One of the most difficult projects on a boat is trying to get down electrical gremlins. During the trip from Corpus Christi here to Freeport, we had some issues with these shorelines, and one of them was losing connection occasionally. We got into Port A, one of them wasn't working, so we thought it was the cord. We changed out cords, and for some reason it started working, so it seemed easy to diagnose. It was a loose connection in the cord. Once we got here to Freeport, we did the same thing and it wasn't working again. So then I thought, well, maybe it's down in here. I just spent a ton of money. I'm going to replace a bunch of GFCIs that I have throughout the boat, and because they weren't tripping like I thought they should. But as I got here to the boat, I realized everything's working again. And that's the hardest thing to fix, is when it's intermittently broken. I need to see where that problem is and why, but I don't know how to chase it when it's actually functioning as it should. So I don't know. I'm going to start replacing parts, and I'm going to chase down and look at some connections and see where I'm at. I'm glad it's not broken, but there's a problem somewhere that needs to be addressed, because it tends to rear its ugly head at the least convenient moment. All right, I'm starting to get some answers. This is my thermostat from my air conditioner, and this is the AC panel that it comes in. And I've noticed that it started tripping. So the only things that I have running right now are this fan, which I've had running many times, or for months at a time, and never had an issue. Also noticed that I can hear the icebox running as well, but that is actually DC, and this is the AC. I'm not too sure what else I have. Again, I think something is shorting out, and that's causing that to trip. I've already flipped this about 3 times now, it's tripped. So I'm gonna let it trip one more time, and then I will shut off this AC. Now, this fan, but I will say it's a larger fan. Probably pulls a little bit of amperage. Let's see, because the AC, when it's running right now, it's blowing nice and cold, but it won't stay doing that, and that's the problem. So, and the other project I'm gonna work on is, I know I got a bad connection somewhere in here. I have quite a few things, which you'll see. So this is the bilge pump, this is my freshwater pump, and this is my accumulator. All these are brand new, and the freshwater pump has recently started intermittently working as well. I called in somebody to take a look at it, and he just started wiggling these wires and it started working again. So that probably tells me that I have a bad connection in there. And I went to great lengths to make sure these were all done correctly, but you know, I'm an imperfect human. I guess I missed something, so I'll redo those connections and get it working again. A lot of zip ties in here. I was trying to keep everything nice and organized. Now I need to get those off, and it makes me wonder if one of those pulled a little too tight. All right, found one little issue here. I do remember one of the guys that came out to take a look at it. I remember he said he was going to skin back a section to test the power, so he may have done that and not put some tape over it. So not super excited about that, because that's a point of failure. Why would I go through all this shrink wrap just for you to expose it? I was pretty sure that I installed this and made great connections, but I just redid them, and I have 12 volts coming to these. I just tested it, and so now I know the pump is actually out. Put the burden on myself, thinking it could have been my connection since this was brand new, and it worked just fine for, I don't know, the last 3 or 4 months that I've had it. And it just slowly was getting intermittent where it didn't want to work. And then we had the mechanic come in down here. He moved the wires and it got it to working, so that made sense that it was me. But right now I just tested it all the way to here. This is the wires going into the pump, and we got 12 volts, but I got no worky. One of the reasons I bought it is it had a pretty extensive warranty, and the reviews were fair on it. Not great, but fair. So I guess I'll be shipping that off to get a new one. All right, everything's wrapped up. I got all the connections heat shrinked, and they are connected, and I just need to order a new pump, and I can just swap it out, hopefully, and it won't be too big of a hassle. I think I've confirmed that both the 120s coming in are separated. So I got the air conditioner on one and my regular AC plugs on the other, because I have the fan running and I have a high amperage heat gun, and I can turn these on and it won't trip the AC. But I've had them both off, and after a few minutes it will trip. Well, I say a few minutes, it's probably about closer to 5. And nothing's changing when I hear it trip, so I'm just not sure what we have going on. But I'll get somebody out here to take a look at it because it's outside of my pay grade. Well, surprise, surprise. We were doing a lot of work on here 2 weeks ago to work on the air conditioner, so that's why you see this big mess here. But because the air conditioner is not working, it got really hot in here, so I had this hatch open. Well, apparently I forgot to close it, and we have had some serious rains here over the last 2 weeks. I had a bowl here, like if you'll see this bowl right here, that was sitting on top of here and it was absolutely full. So looks like everything's drained down to the bilge. I don't see any damage. I keep a fan running all the time just to kind of help with the humidity. So we're going to go through and start wiping everything, but I bet you I had several inches of water in here because, again, we had weather that was so bad that we had a few tornadoes touch down less than a mile from here. So another lesson to me, and this day wasn't what I thought. I was going to go out for a nice happy sail, but now the weather is stopping me from sailing, and so now it's just going to turn into a project day. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to install this freshwater pump. It has a warranty. It sits back behind here. I'll pull all this out of the way. Colleen's getting a rag. She's going to start wiping everything down just to give it a good cleaning. We're really trying to take good care of this boat. I'm really happy that I don't see any residual issues with that water. I need to open up these bilges and see what they look like. But I guess overall, considering that this was open and how much water came in, I think we fared okay. Alright, that's what we're replacing. Looks brand new, but she no worky. We'll get it exchanged out. And what I'm going to do is actually return it, and so then I'll have an extra one here on the boat, which is not a bad idea. Alright, so I'm finishing up the install here. Let's hope it runs without any leaks. Pretty sure it was the pump because I've isolated all the different issues. I've just turned the water on. So let's take a look. Let's turn it on here at the panel. All right. And now we'll make a test. All right. We have water. I can hear the pump running in there. Perfect. It ran just for a little bit. Got the accumulator full. I don't see any leaks. I'll get down there with my hand a little closer to make sure. Keep an eye on it for a few minutes because it's pressurized with the accumulator. Finally, one of the projects for today went well, and I'm starting to see the sunshine out there. So I'm going to take another look and see if we might possibly be able to go sailing.
Once the rain cleared, we put our tools away and decided to go for a sail. Unfortunately, before we could even make it offshore, the electrical gremlin surfaced again. Stay tuned next week as we sail through the port of Freeport just to turn around and add another electrical issue to our list. That wraps up this week. Thanks for following our journey, one adventure at a time. Join us on Patreon for bonus footage and behind-the-scenes updates. Your support there is truly what helps fuel these adventures. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'll see you next week.